We're back in Tower Dominion. We have to defend this fortress against endless waves of enemies, and this is a roguelite tower defense. Meaning, everything's random. But while everything's random, we have a very specific strategy in mind today. You see this underground garage spawns one tank, Octoritis, every 10 seconds. Well, that's what we want to get to. But we're going to be spawning in a commander who spawns in with some Praetorian guards. They're going to be helping out. Our first purchases are the support helipad to get recon production. And I'm curious about this one. The upgrades for the commander. Let's see just what it does. Oh, minus 15% building costs? All infantry increase hit points? Now what we're going to do is upgrade the main base and give it Reaper cannons. Now we're ready to start the first wave, and the enemies are going to spawn down here. You'll notice that some of the flyers will just basically follow the most direct line towards the base, while the other enemies run around the track. Ooh, while we only have one Varvolf position, we get plus 10 recon production, or we could get a lot of money right now. I'm always tempted about that. And we don't have a Warwolf, so we'll take this. Now, I really want this minus 15 building cost. So once again, we're going to have to rely on the Reaper turrets on the base, plus the Praetorian guards, and our commander who takes the field to stop all of the enemies. Look at this. There's the commander. The Praetorian guards are doing a great job, but remember that this is just wave 2. Now, this is what I'm talking about, how it's a roguelite tower defense. After each wave, we get 3 decisions, and we need to be very strategic with them. Wow. Vicious Crossfire is pretty powerful. Also, getting a lot of money on rerolls is pretty good, especially if we can get our recon production up, because that's what we use to do rerolls. But right now, we're going to take Vicious Crossfire, because technically this base is next to this one, so it should get the boost of fire rate. Now, at this point, we have to place the next tile. We can rotate it, or we can reroll. We'll take a reroll, and oh, we get a nice little L position. Okay. Now, I'd really love to save up for the tank. So once again, the flyers just kind of fly right over the terrain while all the little slug things are going down. Now, fortunately, my front line sort of stops right in range of the Reaper cannons, and they're able to do a very good job at ensuring we defend these early waves. I'm going to take the money and hope for the best once again. This might be really helpful, increasing the infantry's hit points by 150%. Uh-oh. They might be sneaking around over here. And you'll notice that these Reaper cannons do have a little bit of a reload rate issue. They're not super fast firing. Now this is interesting. Plus 50% supply amounts offered in reinforcements. That's this right here, this stage of the game. So at this point, oh, that is not good and we can't reroll. So essentially what we're doing is opening up 3 new lanes of enemies to be spawned in. But we did get 1 neutral tower. Adjacent buildings gain plus 2 range and 10% damage. So if we were to say put one right here, it would cover that pretty well. And I could put this guy here, and they've got extra range and extra firepower. Notice the flyers just like skip everything. These things are gonna be a little bit of an issue. Now our base just took a massive amount of damage. 250 hit points were lost just because the units decided to take the rightward fork instead of the leftward one. So we could decrease the cost of Miradors, or we could get more supply in a Bastion, and we're gonna get more supply in a Bastion. We're a little bit over halfway till we can get our first tank, but I think we're gonna need another tower to help slow down the enemy. Since Miradors are pretty cheap, we're gonna put one in right here, specifically to deal with some of the early flyers. By softening them up so that they don't just like run straight towards the base, I think we'll be able to defend this wave without any issue, unlike the last one. And notice that we repair just a little bit between each of the waves. So already I'm feeling a little bit better about our strategy, but one has to admit that I am what you'd call risking it for the biscuit. So this is really good. The commander can gain detection. That would be fantastic, but I'm being greedy. And greed has no time for sensibility. Now at this point, I think it would make sense to just put this one right there. Look at all of this elevated terrain. This would be a really good spot for a tower. And in fact, I should have rotated that so that was over here so we could loop this back. I'm dumb. And that makes it a little bit of an issue sometimes. So can we defend Reaper cannons? Fire and silence those flying targets. Our infantry, the Praetorian guards here, with my commander are doing fantastic. I haven't seen them die. Like, I haven't seen a squad wipe at all. And we're on wave, what, 7 out of 25? That's fantastic. All right, give me a ton of money. Ooh, now this is what I love to see. We get that special commander detection ability we wanted earlier, and a copious amount of supply. New threat spotted. Oh yeah? Oh, we've got a little slime that divides into 3 smaller ones, and then an air unit. That's even better than the other air units. Cool. All right, but if we survive this wave, we get some money. Now, what are our upgrade tracks here? 50% rate of fire and reload speed. Ooh, that might just be necessary, but we should be able to get this wave. Spot in the tank. We just got the underground garage. Where's the tank? We're waiting for it. The tanks look awesome. By the way, if you couldn't tell by the art style and sort of the units, hey, there it is. This game, I believe, is influenced by Warhammer 40K. Now, we're gonna take the Puma position. This is an anti-aircraft specialist. Okay, so what we could do is we're gonna try to loop this one back so that ideally all of the tracks go in a very, very long line this way. That is our hope and dream, and since we have a nice corner piece, we're gonna slap it right there. Now, unfortunately, that means some air targets are gonna spawn here for now. Place a building adjacent to the structure to activate it, and adjacent buildings get detection. Well, there's only one building that can get detection, and we've got no money at all. We got no money at all, pretty much. We can gain detection with special reinforcement, or we can get the underground depot. Underground depot's kind of juicy. Look at this. The tank just spawned, and he's actually able to deal with air targets. Some of them, guys, you got to focus on those air targets. I guess we got to focus on everything. Wow, this is a rough one. But the tanks spawned back out there, and there are certain buildings that will allow us to spawn even more tanks. That's sort of the strategy we're going today, is give me more tanks. So we're gonna take the supply because we desperately need this guy. We've got even more dangerous enemies. And I'm gonna put him like right near the base. So right now we've got this, like, there's twin machine guns with the dude behind the little gun turret. So that will help us deal with any mass units on the ground, as well as mass units in the air. What's really, really cool when we get to see it is the tank will actually like run over troops. Oh, an ammo depot. We want the ammo depot. Ammo depot is real, real good. Okay, so we've got a T-piece, which basically just gets, you know, this is a 4-way intersection. We'll take the reroll and, ooh, close. Okay, if we put it here, we can get a nice L piece in the future. So hopefully we get an L piece in the future, and I would really, really love to see what's in this. Adjacent buildings gain 20% damage and rate of fire, and we can increase that by 5%. I think we're gonna do that. All right, so we've got very, very low money for having wave 11 out of 25. Oh yeah, look at how fast these guys are. These guys remind me of like the little squid droids from like the Matrix series. All right, buddy, you're about to have to do your thing. Now, I think our commander got taken out. She respawned with more Praetorians. Oh man, the Omega emitter is really, really cool. And it comes with 300 resources. I'm trying to think if we have an ideal spot for that. I guess actually right here would be pretty ideal for that. So we're gonna take the Omega emitter and the money. We can't spawn it because it's a tier 2 tower and it costs 1,020. And we're definitely gonna upgrade this thing to become the anti-aircraft design. I think that's like the greatest threat. And we're gonna increase its damage. And then we could go quad barrels or paleo augmentics, which increase the range and the damage. And this thing's just gonna like boost it. We could even put a second one in here. Look at that. Look at how quickly we are producing and sending out tanks onto the battlefield. I haven't seen the tank building though. I'm gonna take the light mortars and the recon. I want more recon so that we can, yeah, look at that. We did it. So now, instead of enemies spawning from like 3 or 4 different positions, they're only gonna spawn in 2. That's it. Ammunition storage on the battlefield. All buildings plus 5% damage per battlefront. I think at this point, it might make sense to save up for the quad barrels. I think quad barrels are probably gonna be the best. Detection here would be good, but if it was like right here, covering like the main junction point, it'd be even better. So can we rely on tanks, units produced, to do most of the heavy lifting and defense? I think the answer is gonna be yes. That is what I aspire to show in this video specifically. Which, by the way, if you're watching this and you have some ideas for challenges, leave them in the comments below. because I think this is going to become a great game for a challenge series. So we already have a Bastion. We don't have any Warwolves, and we could decrease Mirador costs. So we're going to take that. Launches a cannon shell at great distance. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is massive. You put it on a hill, and it's like, I can see the future. And if we put it next to an ammo dump, woo boy. But right now, we're going to take the quad barrels, and then we're going to start saving up for the Omega emitter. Man, the tanks just like one-shot targets, but they also have splash damage. So they're good at like strong single targets. Look at him just running over the enemies. Squish. And every time he makes direct contact, he does lose a little bit of health, but I don't think we've even lost a single tank yet. So we'll get Mirador efficiency and 300 supply. I like the towers that we have. So what do we have now? Oh, this is a clear opportunity for a reroll and a much better one. So I guess we could actually loop all these back. And we're pretty close to the Omega emitter. And I really like this just because, oh, actually, if we put it here, that actually would be a longer line. That would be basically, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's basically 9 squares versus 11. So if we put it right here and then we put an ammo depot next to it, which increases its rate of fire. Okay, scout hideouts are fantastic because you only have to use recon to build them. And they're really good at dealing with detection units. I haven't seen a lot of issue with detection units in this map, the snowy maps. At least not yet. Okay, so yeah, bonus increased 20% damage and rate of fire would massively overpower this Omega emitter. So I think that's just the obvious course. And we could put one, I guess, on that hill? So here's the thought. We either put it here or here, and I think here's best. Now we'll just save up for, look at this thing. And it just goes all the way down the line, and then it stops and reloads. So if you increase its rate of fire, whoa, that's cool. Optimized coils helps surrounding towers, but we actually want, look at this thing, dude. It just evaporates stuff. All right, Omega emitter, do your thing. Show us your power. Man, the super laser. So what if we put another Omega emitter and they just destroyed everything? Ooh, okay. We have some of our next choices in terms of tier 2 towers. I believe we saw the medium mortar position in the last video, but you have not seen the salamander. So this is the thing where you're like, are you sure it's 40k influenced? This is a flamethrower that's called a salamander, and if you know, you know. All right, we're gonna do this, and then we'll get a straight line and connect them. Will be glorious. Oh, we do have a second Omega emitter. I want to boost this thing. This is so ridiculous to put a bunker on tier 3, but I think it makes the most sense because we could still put a tower here on level 2. So he's gonna boost the adjacent tower, 20% damage and rate of fire, and boom, we just did it again. He's gonna fire faster, and he will become even more firepower. And then we can just make him even more powerful. Now, he won't be able to do much against air units, but he's gonna soften up so much. Actually, if we put one right here and right there. These Omega emitters, though. All right, let's boost his damage. 1,000 plus 100% damage and oh, we don't want that. Or we could increase his damage by 50%. 10% damage, rate of fire, and reload speed on the Omega emitter. Yes, we want extremely powerful super lasers. That is the entire strategy. I mean, it was tank production, but the roguelites, the RNGesus was like, hey, I will not bless you with tanks. I will bless you with super lasers. And we take what is given. All right, let's increase the damage and rate of fire by another 5%. Adjacent buildings gain 2 range. That won't really help, but we could increase damage and rate of fire by an additional 10%. Now, in theory, we could put another one of these next to it, which would be a lot of fun. We have our quads. We do have our quads. So I'm feeling pretty good. Do you not love that laser? Tell me you love the laser. I must know that you love it. And I'm thinking we do want a salamander, and I think like put it right here next to this ammo depot would be really, really good. Because this guy can shoot over it. Yeah, I think a salamander right here, so anything that gets by gets toasted. All right, so on reroll, gain 75 supply. Sure. Hey, look at that. We did it. And at this point, I think we want the hills more in the interior. So our last upgrade is increasing the bonus damage and rate of fire by 10%. And this thing needs 600 to increase its damage. Nice. Basically, we're going to make this thing immediately evaporate almost all ground targets. Look at that. Oh, and then it would be fun to put like a secondary one. Now, what happens if I put it behind it? No, I think it gets blocked. It gets blocked. I think we've tried this. The line of sight keeps it from being able to do its thing. And we want it to be able to do its thing. All right, so right now, here's the thought, right? Do you put the salamander right here? See, I can't. If I put it here, he's right next to the ammo dump. And he's basically the last line of defense. I think we held it. We didn't lose any hit points. 20% infantry rate of fire would be really, really good if we were massing infantry. We're not. So we'll take the Puma defense. Here they come, the Parada. Oh, we got the tier 2s. We got an air assault drops from high orbit along the path with allies. And then they got shields. And then they have implacable enemies. Look out! They fall from the sky! Thank you, Sanatrope. I mean, you know. Decisions. We will take the damage upgrade. We must make the laser uber powerful. All right, I think this makes the most sense. This maximizes its firepower. The dual lens. It uses 3 of our 6 tech. And as far as I'm aware, I haven't been able to find a way to increase the amount of tech that you get. So you have the 6 to use for the rest of the game. Look at this big shieldy boy. I'm curious what shieldy boy does against the laser. Oh, that's a lot of stuff creeping by. Am I going to get 723? The tank is going to hold the line. Oh, the tank went the other way. I think he got hit with a shell. Wait, we're firing 2 lasers? This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. No wonder it's an increase. It's called dual lens. Am I just dumb? Remember how we covered this base earlier in the video? We already have an additional Omega emitter. There's a chance to get a 3rd one, which would be kind of cool. Yeah, none of these are like obvious choices. We'll take the 3rd Omega emitter for the memes, but like, look, we have 6 scout hideouts. We have 10 light mortar positions. We're not using them. And as far as I can tell, I can't sell them. Okay, so do we want to risk a reroll? Sure. Hey, we looped it. And what's this? Adjacent buildings gain 2 range. Now, so this is the most powerful laser that we can get right now without getting like multiple ammo dumps and surrounding that tower, which I think would be really fun. There's just so much RNG involved in a roguelite game in general. Man, this guy just tanks. I wonder if this wouldn't be a bad spot for a salamander. I wanted him right next to an ammo dump, but I might not be able to do that. No, let's get another laser. Look at this. This is gonna be so cool. They're gonna get hit from both sides. Luckily, the lasers do not kill friendly force. Wait a minute, hold on. Air command is really, really cool. I'm gonna take the supply though. I need to see if these lasers hit each other and stop. Because if so, we need to immediately sell this one. Okay, they don't. That's what I was hoping was gonna happen, is that they could intersect and just like cover their bases. You'll notice how this one just fires significantly faster because they both started. That's how powerful it is, how upgraded it is. So we'll increase its damage, and we'll turn it into a double laser. We just quadrupled our supply of lasers, which is great. Look at this guy get immediately eviscerated. You can't repel firepower of this magnitude, you idiots. All right, how are we doing back here? Ooh, this is what I wanted. This is what I originally wanted, was the armored staging ground, but we weren't able to get it. It allows us to spawn in even more tanks. New threats have been spotted. Who are these threats? The final wave upgrading costs are increased by 25%. Yikes. All right, what kind of tile do we get? We'll take it. It forces all the anti-air straight, basically a straight path, and this is our main anti-air defense. And we could get another laser. Can one have too many lasers? You know what? It's lasers. Lasers and lasers and lasers. I love the lasers. Tell me if I love them. The answer is yes. All right, we will get a little cloaky boy back here too, since we have the recon and we're down to the second to last waves. We got a little bit of extra. We can increase range or we can just increase the weapons. We'll increase the weapons. And I'm feeling pretty good about that. Look at that. And the triple laser intersection. Now, they won't all fire at the same rate because of this ammo dump boosting the speed at which this one rearms and fires. But if you're a dude standing here at the right moment, you could get hit by 5 different lasers. And I don't know if you know this, but I love my lasers. Came in, I love tanks. Ended the video, I love lasers. So at this point, I would say that the war is going really, really well. Now, you'll notice that right now there's only 1 track leaving the base. There are different difficulty settings which would increase the number of tracks leading from the base. So what do we want? An air command, increase the mirror door efficiency. I mean, we've got 2 mirror door towers out there. Even though there's not a lot going on in them, we do have them. But remember, we're here for the lasers. Oh, I can't get a dual lens because we are out of tech, but I could get the charging cells. Still, anything on this little cross that we have going on is just going to be absolutely obliterated. Look at this. If adjacent to the HQ gains plus 30% hit points, 50% damage, and repairs. Wow, so putting a mirror door next to your base early probably makes a lot of sense. But you know what else makes a lot of sense? Another laser. You may be asking, but why? Counterpoint. Simple counterpoint. Why not? More laser, more better. Oh, yeah. Okay, we got a flat piece. We'll just slap it right there. And we will get an other laser. Now, what was your final upgrade? Yeah, we got to get this guy up. 20% damage, 50% damage. Lasers. Lasers. So a lot of people are like, you know, I like to go to museums to look at art. And I just say, you know what I do? I play roguelike tower defenses, put 4 lasers intersecting each other, and I say that is art. Tell me I'm wrong, if you can. Oh my gosh, that is an absolute conga line of these flies, man. That is just so many flies. Now, we do have a lot of activated neutral towers, so that's not a bad one. Oh my gosh, they're getting to the base. Get burninated. Our base actually didn't get touched, and this was just like, you know, an emergency sort of like purchase. 938. Are we going to be able to upgrade this final one? I think the answer is no, but it was close. Hey! Complete an expedition with Knyaz Deneshkanova, the Lions of Ravelsky. 28 waves in 2 directions. Can we do it? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I'm already going to do a reroll, and ooh, it looked out to be a good idea. Okay. Oh, look at this, man. Look at this. We started and 1, 2, 3, 4. Enemies going to be coming from 4 different directions. I start with $800. We only increase supply by 100. So that's not a lot. And which way did the commanders go out of? I think the thing that makes the most sense is getting Reaper turrets right off the bat. And then we have enough to get... I think this guy's going to need to be here. That's a pretty prominent position. And we're going to put this back at the base. All right. Oh, wow. Little bloatfly is popping from over there. Man, yeah. So I don't think we really know the direction that the commander's going to take. Plus, the force is split. Increasing infantry rate of fire is great. I think we want to increase the sturdy bunker efficiency. And we're just going to have to do another wave. I don't like the light mortars, especially... Wow. The base immediately got crushed. Don't we have cannons on this side? Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Okay, I don't have any more sturdy bunkers, and I want them. Because sturdy bunker efficiency 2 would be massive. With an additional sturdy bunker. But we don't get to choose that. Basically get that, and then a poo-poo. We don't like the poo-poo. And I don't... Oh, my gosh. This is getting out of hand. We're going to have to put all the towers, I think, close to it. Plus 4 weapons. We need a tower on the opposite side, and we need it badly. What? Oh. I thought that created a... Look at that tile. It's all blue. I thought that was like a portal for a moment. Okay. All right, send the next wave. We're slowly weakening them. Oh, this guy's a little bit tougher. So it seems the commander and the infantry always go down the bottom track. But look at this. They're already splitting. Those 4 Praetorians were effectively useless. So right now we've got really good sturdy bunkers, and we don't have the option to get more sturdy bunkers. Sturdy bunker efficiency 3. Okay, I'm going to take that and a mirror door. Mirror doors are decent. And as much as I'd like to upgrade this, like, the top is where the issue is. Oh, you know what? There was a really, really cool one. If you put the mirror door next to the base, he gives a big bonus. Yeah, this one. Close support. Okay, good. So we got 2 mirror doors, and then it's effectively 2 Reaper cannons facing the northeastern direction. I think we actually still took some impact on the base. This sturdy bunker is doing the thing. I would like more sturdy bunkers. That's an obvious one. Now we can get a sturdy bunker and face the rear. Ooh, that's a good spot. Because there's an upgrade that increases his damage per height level, and he's on 3. So if we can get this to high ground expertise, we basically win the game up there. I'm just kidding. Or am I? We'll take reinforced pivot. This is pretty nerve-wracking. Man, air targets made impact. Oh, they didn't actually. It looked like they did, but we didn't lose any hit points on our base. So this time we're not able to rely, at least right now, on super lasers. Minus 10% cost, plus 5% discovery, or plus 5 discovery. I think getting it so sturdy bunkers are reliable even better is going to be good. Ooh, target priority air units? That's actually good. All right. We basically upgraded both of our sturdy bunkers. Look at how fast this thing fires. Twin miniguns, whereas this definitely still looks like it's a machine gun. Both firing very fast and a lot of projectiles out, but this one's got heavy vencedors. This one's not there just yet, but we're going to upgrade it now. And I definitely want the Puma position with the sturdy bunker. That's an obvious choice. Oh, man, a straight line? I like me some straight lines. Oh, what's that? Adjacent buildings gain 75% damage, but their upgrades cost 25% more. Wow. That's going to be a great spot to just slap down a sturdy bunker on later. All right, we'll upgrade this bad boy. And then the next ones are just like really, really expensive. Ooh, we need this. The Reliquary of Jadira. Jadira! I don't know who Jadira is, but she's got a reliquary that we need because it makes things cheaper. So maybe she's got like, you know, what does she have? You know, where's all that money coming from, Jadira? What you got in that reliquary, girl? What do we want? More stuff. When do we want it right now? I want money, I want Mirador efficiency, and I want more sturdy bunkers. We're relying on Miradors. We've got 2 of them out there. And we have new threats have been spotted. Yikes. And then we get a final wave at 28 this time instead of 25. We've upped the difficulty, and it is more difficult. So now this guy is, ooh, 50% damage and rate of fire. Oh, man, look at it just spitting out hot fire. So this is just the support bunker. This is the main killer. On reroll, buildings gain plus 5% damage. We don't have a lot of recon production, so we can't really use that. We'll take the Warwolf. Oh, yeah, we need that turn. When we get another straight, we need to put it here just to buy a little bit more time on the north, but we're trying to do a very complex... What is that? All buildings gain 5% damage against shield or 20% if adjacent. So you're telling me I could do this? You can repel firepower of this magnitude. Now this guy needs to get big and beefy. Guess if I put this guy here and made him the short range so he boosts his ally, which we should be able to do probably by the end of this wave. Oh, the infantry spawned to the north now? Oh gosh, we're getting shalamied on the bottom because the infantry didn't go there. We dropped to 50% health. Excuse me, we have the problems. Oh, look at that. Now, all of these are good for different reasons, but I think we're in a sort of desperate situation since the base is down 50%. We got +1 range on our sturdy bunkers. All right, what they said stuff is coming. Mimukos and Deviskars are on their way. Yikes. Super scary. Ooh. And they're... Oh. See, RNG means we have different tier 1 enemies. These ones are more... Ah, I see. We are in danger. I need another Mirador over here. I don't think I have anything that really, like, you know, deals with detection. All right. Guess I'll die. Yeah. If the infantry don't go north, I think both these guys slap into the base. And how much damage do they do? A lot. Hey, but we unlocked something. Gain 1 advanced sturdy bunker. And we unlocked Tank Commander Bert of the Lions of Revelski. But once more into the breach. Now, we had enough money to basically buy all 4 of our starting towers. So the issue right now is definitely air targets. I love how deep this game is. There's just so much going on. Oh, yeah. Plus 10% rate of fire and plus 10% damage and rate of fire and reload speed for Miradors. Basically all of our starting towers, which we have an abundance of. Gonna reload and hope for the best. We got wrecked. But getting wrecked happens. We need that basically 10% repair from the support helipad because we need these Reaper turrets. That's the one thing we didn't do this round. And when you're getting attacked from both directions, an early upgrade to make your base better defensible with its own armament makes a lot of sense. Man, these things are strong. Luckily, the Praetorians just spawned right there. Oh, you know what's interesting is do we get more tech when we do more directions? So at this point, we'll take the... Ooh, Bastions are pretty good. But we need our commander having detection just in case, you know, we start dealing with detection enemies. Now, we do have a Durandal. Oh, you know what we didn't do once again was upgrade the repair turrets. And by repair, I mean Reaper, because I am apparently dyslexic. Wow. 400 supply? It's a doctrine? That's weird. We'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers, and we're begging. Oh, and we get an ammo dumped. That's awesome. Okay, we could put a lot of stuff here. So increase its rate of fire. The Durandal cannon, a single powerful Durandal cannon, great range and strong explosions. I would love to be able to put this on an elevated position, but that's actually better right here. Oh man, the rate of fire on this thing is impressive. Okay, it does have a longer reload, so it's got good fire rate, but it clearly is a magazine. Like, I don't know if it fires like 5 or 6 shells. +1 range, 2 if adjacent to a neutral building. Well, it is. On a reroll, gain 75 supply would be great. We're not producing a lot of recon. We cannot rely on that. And we do have one of these bad boys, but look at this. Sturdy bunker efficiency 3 and sturdy bunker costs 1. Now we just need more sturdy bunkers. Hello, can I have some more sturdy bunkers? It's interesting. The classic roguelite choice of like get a boost but take a bad thing also is definitely present. Heavy payload, +1 target, -2 range. Flarium shells could be cool, but excuse me, this thing's upgrade is 7,200. +200% damage, +2 targets, +75% rate of fire, and +50% reload speed. The blessed machine indeed. Orange Jesus has blessed it if you spend the money. And we do have another one of these Durandals. So another Durandal over there would be pretty good. We've got 2 Durandals. I don't think we need another one. A Warwolf could be good, and a Puma would be great. But this is also tempting. What do you want to rely on? This helps me right now. Oh, this is cool. So I can put a giant square next to the base. Wow. Look at... Hold on. Hold the phone. Look at how high that is. All right. So I think another Durandal would be really, really good. Actually, what... Yeah, we need those Reapers. Okay. I'm going to feel a lot better now that we got the Reapers. We got a +10% repair rate. And now the base has 4 cannons. And since they're firing coming from both ways... Having that earlier in the game probably would have been better. But I'm feeling pretty good. It was interesting how in the first battle, we experimented... Ooh, this is tempting. Lead by example. If you only have one of these awesome towers, everything else gets +5% damage. But this also comes with a thing that makes that less likely because they're cheaper. Decisions. We do need a Puma, and I need a scout hideout to be able to use recon for that. We've got new threats spotted. What do we got this time? Good. They're not going with the detection-based enemies, which is something I'm definitely feeling better about. All right, I think I want to increase this guy. He's going to make this guy fire even faster, which is necessary given how many enemies are coming straight down the trench. And at this point, did I get a Puma? I do have a Puma. That's not a Puma. We're not buying more Miradors. We need supply. All right. Bought another straight line piece up there. Buy us more time. We need a fort, or excuse me, an elbow to basically go back this way. Because stuff is spawning right here and just immediately going for the base. Which, you know, that's what happens. But whenever they get flyers right here, it is, I don't like it. I do not like it. Oh yeah, we can get a Puma. Is there any situation? Oh, the Puma. Wow. That Puma covers both directions. I think that's necessary. A medium mortar, another Durandal, another sturdy bunker. Sturdy bunkers are cheap, but we need the money to upgrade this Puma position, I believe. Okay, what do we got? Okay, divides into 3 and gains extra hit points because he's shielded. Shields! Heat up the pulse weapons. Well, we don't have any. We're using ballistics-based weaponry because the commander, whoever that guy is. All right, we are going to make him an anti-air design, and I could increase his range, which would be really good, but I need 50 recon to do that. So I think, look at that. I like that. I'm feeling better. Now that we finally have this guy, and his area of coverage is both sides of the base. Oh, here comes the big shieldy boys. No pulse-based weapons, but the Durandal did its job. Another Puma would make me feel even better. Some say you can never have too many Pumas. This is what we needed to have this guy start pushing back. We're down to 1 supply. Our production on supply is the starter rate. We have not been able to upgrade it once. Big shieldy boys coming in. Yeah, I guess aerial threats aren't nearly as big of an issue as big shieldy boys, at least according to our intelligence, but we don't know what tier 2 or the final wave is. Not yet. All right, I love sturdy bunkers and I love more powerful Durandals. We'll take it. Now at this point, an underground garage only spawns 1 tank. I don't think that's as power. What's Navy support? Orbital cannon? Random orbital bombardments for 5,000 money? That sounds cool. I think for shielded cannons, we want higher explosives, right? This guy's got short range, which boosts sturdy bunkers. Yeah, we shouldn't make this guy another sturdy bunker. I have 4. I don't need any more. Ooh, that's an unfortunate piece. And I wanted to save my recon. This is less than ideal. We'll put it here. What is that? When buildings adjacent to the classified's precarious foraging? I'm sorry, does that say plus 300 supply? That's just like, put it down. Where's my 300 supply? It still says I'm at plus 100. Is my reading comprehension that low where when building adjacent to the classified site, like I did, gain 300 supply? Oh, it's a one-time thing. Got it. Not a plus 300 per turn. Okay, so I put down a 200 thing, so I guess I netted 100 supply, which isn't bad. But is it as good as we would like? Oh man, heavy payload. Flarium shells, -2 range. We have really good range. This thing boosts the damage by 5%. Heavy payload, +1 target. Does that mean we get 2 barrels? No, we get a fan on the top. Dude, I want to see what a blessed machine is. It's kind of cool how, like, is it Durandal a tier 1 or a tier 2? I think it's a tier 1 actually. It's just a more expensive one, but you can still sort of get it to like uber tier if you're willing to invest in it, right? Rate of fire. I'll take the supply and the rate of fire. All right, we got a straight line. We need to link these two back up. If I could close this off, close this loop off, what's that? Adjacent buildings gain 2 range and 10% damage. That's pretty good. These are really cool. Bastions are really good for like these kind of spots. I guess even better for like there. Oh, that's real good. That's real good. But I've got a lot of Durandal bunkers and sturdy bunker upgrades. All right, we're going to upgrade to the Reaper cannons and see how they do. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to upgrade this thing. All right, so how do the Reaper cannons do against shields? Fantastic, actually. They take those shields down marvelously quick. Got a much slower rate of fire, though. So I guess, do we want another Reaper cannon over there? Hey, decreasing the sturdy bunkers by 10% is a godsend. So now instead of 200, they're just 160. All right, I'm thinking of just like bunkering down right here. So you are gonna be the short range because you've got reinforced output. So this guy boosts adjacent sturdy bunkers by 50%. So we're just gonna put 2 of them there and increase that guy's rate of fire, turn him into a Reaper cannon. So this is just like, Anakin, we got the high ground. Like, look at these bunkers, dude. This is like D-Day. You're coming up north, you're facing D-Day level defenses. Except you're a bug, you don't have any guns. So it's nothing like D-Day at all. Except we got bunkers, that's it. You know that meme of the dude looking at the butterfly and saying, is this a whatever? Me is like, is this a D-Day? That's sort of how I feel at times. And it's accurate, it is accurate. What do we want? More sturdy bunkers. When do we want them now? I'll take this. I'll take the recon in the sturdy bunker, and we've got a nice square piece. That means if I put it here, I could boost these sturdy bunkers if I got like an ammo depot, you know. But I don't think I'm gonna have that. I just love this like sturdy bunker, just like spam strat. If I put him here, I could make him short range and boost this guy, who's pretty beefy, and then I could put another one here after putting down 2 of those. Oh, I'm out of money now because I'm financially irresponsible, apparently, in my defense of this great and powerful Imperial stronghold. But don't tell the Emperor. I might get fired. And now we'll just reinforce you. So look at this. Ha ha ha! We will defend with all of the bunkers. Oh, I could put one right here and another one right there. All right, what do we got? Plus, wow, minus 10% cost even more on these sturdy bunkers? Yes, these things are 141 now. From 160 down to 141. So the question was, what am I going to do here? Well, the answer is more sturdy bunkers. All right. So wait, what were the... Oh, you know what? Are any of these cloakers? Nope, not cloakers. Get stronger the less battlefronts there are. Oh, okay. Yikes. Interesting. It's amazing the things you can learn if you actually read the instructions. First couple times I played this, I'm like, I don't care, we're going for it. And, you know, I may have died a lot. May have not died a lot. But we have no witnesses. So I'll just claim ultimate victory. I never lost once. Wait a minute, I just lost earlier. Look at this dirt bunker. All right, so we could get a big old Sanction cannon. I think where we are, well, I guess we do have 10 waves left. So the Sanction cannon has a very constrained target zone, but deals terrifying amount of damage in a wide area. We don't really have any tier 2s, do we? Oh my gosh, that's a terrible piece. We will reload. And we've got this, so we can close off the loop. Huzzah. Whoa. Adjacent buildings gain 2 range and 10% damage. I know what you're thinking. We should put a sturdy bunker up there. But what if we put a werewolf? That thing is egregiously long range. And we don't have one. Or we could do this. I think we get more Durandals. Durandal plus 10% rate of fire. Yeah, so it's like you want to put a sturdy bunker or a Durandal or a Mirador in that order. So Durandal, go boom boom. And we're going to be able to upgrade him. And plus 1 range if he's adjacent to a neutral building is a yes, please. And then we'll do Flarium shells. Show me a Flarium shell. Wow. Okay, that's actually really scary. What's happening down here? Ooh, 2 of them made impact with the base. Actually, I wonder if we would have lost or lost a lot. Ooh, super heavy pulse defense would be cool. Will we have the money to do it? Or the HQ gains 100 hit points each time we place a building. This is probably the best, given our sort of strategy. Okay, so what are the new enemies? None of them. Oh yeah, we just got like the big baddies, basically like strong stuff. All right, we are facing shield enemies, so all buildings gain plus 10% shield damage will probably help. Threat reveal 2 waves earlier would be good, but we don't need it. This is what we should have bought ages ago. We'll save up for that. We still have 8 waves where that could be, but honestly, if there's one indictment on our strategy, it's not getting this like, oh, I don't know, 16 waves ago. Stuff is creeping in, man. Despite all of our sturdy bunkers, I think getting plus 10% bonus damage to these shielded enemies is proving pretty clutch. All right, you, give me that. Whoa, what's this one? Ooh, air command's cool. Minus 10% cost on Durandals, actually really good, but we need money. All right, we got to put another piece in, and it's a straight piece. Seems a little straightforward. Oh, what's that? Plus 5 recon production. That's viable. That's viable. We could put this little guy and basically just like forget about him. He's just like worthless. He can only hit 2 squares right there. So we need something that makes a little more sense. Maybe a Mirador. There we go. So now we get plus 10 recon production, which is going to be good. Upon commander's demise, troops and buildings gain 10% damage until the end of the wave. That's awesome. We haven't really used our tech, so we're going to do the cross of ellipse. We must cross our lips. I like how this is called a support helipad, but I haven't seen any vehicles flying in and out of it. Next wave, bring it on. Now I feel a lot better about getting in some scout hideouts or just keeping the recon. I wish we had another tile this way, then I could get like plus 300. But we don't have that. Oh yeah, I think I wanted to get you, there we go, plus 50% to both these guys. And you're going to get a reinforcement boost there. You've got that. Oh man, Vicious Crossfire is definitely a good one, but the ammo depot is fantastic because of its enhancement of adjacent buildings. Do we have an obvious place to put it? The answer is yes, right here. So we'll do that. We saw the power of this ammunition depot. Oh, you know what's funny is it's in this case it's boosting both of the support ones. That's what you call ironic. And we do have 2 ammo depots. All right. This one boosts 2 attacking guys. You know what? We're going to put them both down. All right. And then I've got this guy, and he'll get boosted. Yeah, I like it. I like it. If I could put it right here, that'd be cool, but I cannot. Ammo, ammunition, bunkers, and sturdy bunkers. That's the story of this play. And remember, when our commander dies, I believe, I think everything... Did we buy that? Wait, that's over here, yeah? Yeah. Oh, man. Stuff's almost got through over here. All right, so we got a Sanction cannon available. Oh my gosh, look at where its fire rate is. It's very difficult to place. Let's go ahead and take the platform and the supply so we can slap down some of this stuff. Okay, that funnels back on itself, which is good. Has a very constrained target zone, but deals terrifying amount of damage in a wide area. How do we get this guy to blow up more stuff for us? You know what? I mean, why not? The answer is why not? We're gonna put him down. Double if adjacent to a Mirador. Oh my gosh, are you adjacent? You're 1 off from a Mirador. We could just plus 40% this guy's damage and reload speed because we have a Mirador. So we're gonna do that. Man, if we had put him next to the dang bunker, that would've been cool. All right, plus 25% damage per battlefront. Since we have 2 battlefronts, that's plus 50%. That's a massive amount of damage. Plus 15% damage and rate of fire per adjacent building is kind of insanity. That thing, look at it firing its mortars. I mean, not mortars, artillery shells. He's softening them up and killing all the little tier 1 targets. But our big issue is this stuff over here. And you know what I've noticed is we don't have any Reaper cannons, and that might be why. I guess we have one Reaper cannon on the hill. Plus 100% damage, plus 50% rate of fire and reload speed would be pretty beastly. Okay, Sanction cannon efficiency 1, yes. He's sort of like the entire defense on the southern front. Right now, sort of. Sanctified shells or flak shells. Wow, this thing can go anti-air? That's cool. And you can get detection? There's just so much to this. This is our big one. We'll upgrade that sturdy bunker so it's just doing its thing. Commander, what's the strategy? I want all of you to get in your defensive positions and do your thing. All right. All right. Are we gonna be able to repel firepower of this magnitude? Get more Reaper cannons. Those shieldy things are scary. Uh-oh. Stuff. Lots of stuff. So this guy's got great +1 target, +8. Excuse me. Did you say +8 range? That is egregious. Tier 2 blueprints are 10% more likely to appear. I mean, we only got 4 waves left, so we'll take Durandal getting strong. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. I think if I put this guy here, he might be able to, like, and by him I mean another Sanction cannon. So he's able to, like, deal all that, right? I think if I put him here, I didn't need to put him there at all. I can get another Sanction cannon. I would like another Sanction cannon. Heavy artillery, baby. Double if adjacent to a Mirador. That can be arranged, my friend. Now you got a spotter. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, man, I thought Underground Depot helped stuff around him. Gentlemen, ladies, defenders of the Imperial Stronghold, do your thing. All right, now we got big boomskis aiming both ways. I don't really have anything that, like, boosts it. All right, you know what? That's just scary. So we're gonna put this thing here to start softening on targets. Oh my gosh, is it too late? Pause! Pause the game! We cannot lose! My God, look at that. We lost 3/4 of our health right there. Okay. I'm not panicking, guys. Right? What in the biscuits and the gravy just happened there? I think it was a lot of, like, low tier stuff that got through, maybe? We are in desperate need of defense. We do have 2,300, so we can, when we only have 2 waves left. The final wave is a major breach. The final wave contains more and stronger tier 1 foes. Okay, more tier 1 foes means we need stuff that eliminates the chaff. This guy up here should just go, you know, you gotta make the sound effects so he, like, performs better. We got the tech. I'm gonna turn you into a paleo-augmentic version of yourself. That should help a lot, and you'll be a quad. Will that be enough? Okay. We basically got 2 fully upgraded Pumas. I also upgraded this ammo depot. I forgot that I can upgrade them. So let's increase their power. I mean, I wonder if these Sanction cannons may have been sort of like a trap in a way. It got me real distracted, like, oh, I'm gonna build a big cannon. That's cool. Okay, this is going well. This is going significantly better. We might actually be able to repair up to full health. Oh, our good friend the laser. Gain 1 advanced sturdy bunker. I do like sturdy bunkers. Did you say sturdy bunker? All right, we'll put it out there. And we can put a sturdy bunker in, which could go right here, actually. I'm gonna get an advanced sturdy bunker on the high ground. Look at that. It is glorious. Bonus increased by 10%. Yep. And then you are going to be increased fire and reload, big guns, and yeah, solid foundation. And that's pretty much all of our money. We could buy a mortar. Just don't think that's gonna do a lot for us. I guess we put them there. You know, there's no, like, obvious choice, right? And I don't like sturdy bunkers. Excuse me, I don't like light mortars. I love sturdy bunkers. That was the biggest verbal snafu possibly of my entire Tower Dominion career. Oh, this is scary. Upgrade the stuff. There's too much stuff. We panic buy. Okay, panic bot, but, like, we killed it. We won. I wasn't scared at all. I was not scared. I'm scared right now. 10% damage and rate of fire for the big guns. We've got 2 of them. We need them. Buildings adjacent to 4 other buildings gain plus 20% damage. To 4 other buildings? I mean, so this guy and, like, this guy? Or we could make the big guns 10%. Yeah, we want big guns, big better. If we had clustered even more towers, we probably would have gone with that route. But we did not, so we ain't doing it. All right, what's the strategy? plus 25% reload, plus 10% damage. Ooh, a pulse weapon. We could buy one of those. I want a pulse weapon. Give me the, oh, this is a little, it's a tower on the top. Now he's got, oh, that's smart. That's really cool. So before he could only fire in like in like an X formation, and the machine guns can still only fire in an X formation, but now he's got a pulse laser that's breaking shields. I did another panic buy. Oh, this stuff is getting through. Look at that, dude. And this one's got little infantry on the top. The variance of strategies, the different things you can do in this game are just fantastic. Guys, this is our first. You crushed 28 waves. A what? A rampart missile silo? And we unlocked level difficulty, campaign difficulty level 3. There's heroes now? Who's that guy? Oh, okay. He's over here. So the Techno Adept Jorg. But I think, let me know the challenges, but I'm curious about like maybe doing a tank strategy next. Let me know if you'd like to see that. And you want to see more Tower Dominion. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.